Hello everyone, thanks for coming by. I'm here to do a full moon message for the Divine Feminine. It's interesting because I just reposted one for the Divine Masculine that I had actually opened this channel with, well, early on in it anyway. The reason I decided to do a repost on that instead of a whole new reading is because I felt that one was very, very predictive. It came back to me energetically when I sat down for the Divine Masculine reading. The song that came to me that was guided for that message appeared to me once more, telling me that that's still the message, it's still valid, and it bears repeating, so I did. Divine Feminine's another story. I thought, okay, well, if the Divine Masculine energy bears repeating, perhaps the Feminine needs to be reheard as well. There is a reading. I'll post that below for those of you who are interested in that one. But the energy shifted for Divine Feminine. I was not feeling that same inspiration and guidance. And a whole new message came to me. I wasn't that surprised because what's happening right now with that Pluto shift into Aquarius is that it's a whole new world in terms of our spiritual leadership. And when it comes to the emotions, to the unseen, to spirituality, all of the kind of ethereal things, that's Divine Feminine energy. And it takes the lead in that regard, whereas the masculine energy is a lot more about the physical mastery and the 3D world. All right, my friends, I'm going to do an AstroTarology intro. It may be lengthy. I'll timestamp the reading below as well for those of you who want to jump ahead just to the reading. But this is very interesting. I'll add a little tarot as well. All right, so what we're dealing with right now is Aquarius and Leo energy. In astrology, in tarot, in people, everything is a holistic balance. In astrology, oppositions are the balance. In other words, nobody is just an Aquarius. They are a Leo as well. We contain the energy of our opposition, and it's often the part of us that we hide from ourselves, or that we just haven't embodied in some way, because generally speaking, our sun is going to be the focus. But in behind the sun, in the shadows, is your opposite sign, and it definitely contains lessons and knowledge that help you reach a more holistic place within yourself, like embodying more of that energy or understanding the lessons that that sign carries with it. Leo and Aquarius is a good example. We have fire and air, which obviously is always opposition. So there's a natural symbiosis in a sense there, but I always think of one as being very, very cool and one as being and one is being very, very warm. Leo, the sun, Aquarius, the star. In tarot, take a look at that star energy. It's very appealing, it's almost soothing, but there's a remote knowingness to it. I'll try to show it closer. I know the lighting is bad. You can see how she just kind of stands there in calm receptivity. There's a certain understanding. It's about perspective when we're dealing with Aquarius energy. And it isn't, I always say Aquarius is that mysterious stranger over in the corner of the room at the party who sees everything but says nothing. They read the room. And then we have Leo, the sun, and you can tell the difference, right? This is like, well, I will beam my warmth upon everybody gathered here. And it does come across when I say it like that, like an egoic thing. But no, it is because within, just like Aquarius, Leo's opposite, Leo is just as attuned to the room, to the mood, to the needs of the others. It's on an internal level, and then what Leo does, being the sun, is wants to transmute that into warmth, joy, celebration, fun. Aquarius is not so much that. There's kind of an inner knowing that comes with Aqua, that it's more of somebody's got to keep the perspective and watch over all of this. And they work in tandem that way. But Aquarius is doing it for the greater good too. So when we say Aquarius is detached energy, it's more like there's an emotional perspective that understands that somebody's got to be the objective one in the room. And who better than those who understand the emotions of everyone around them? Aquarius is the water bearer. It's the second to last sign in the zodiac, and it carries with it the weight and understanding of all of the emotional experience of the whole zodiac. It's very emotionally wise and mature. You can see that in the Queen of Swords. Strictly speaking, by the rules of tarot, not Aquarius energy, but that's the King of Swords. The fixed energies are the kings. And this would be, anyway, but for the purpose of this reading, because we're doing Divine Feminine, I want to show you the queens. I'll get close again as much as I can. Look at the wisdom in her eyes. And this queen in particular has kind of a sly smirk on her face, because there's that assurance of understanding that sometimes the wise thing is the better thing, right? And then we have the Queen of Fire, Leo here. And you can see she's like, well, I'll be the light that guides you through the darkness. Look at me, look at my face. But see how the beauty is shining up straight from her heart. That's what's igniting it. It is heart driven. It's not ego. And what we're dealing with right now is balancing those two energies in particular within us, the head and the heart that work in tandem. Now also fire energy in Leo is very passionate. Once again, Aquarius energy contains that, but also has the kind of perspective around it, and therefore doesn't show at any time. It's not, it's a different leadership quality, let's say. But when we're dealing with fire and air, we're dealing with passion and perspective. And those can be very difficult principles to reconcile. Which takes me to the guided message that came through. When I sat down, I'm like, all right, well, Divine Masculine has, usually these come through song, and Divine Masculine did. So what is the energy for Divine Feminine? And immediately I got the voice of Sinead O'Connor. And I heard it in her voice, the saying of the Serenity prayer, which is, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And all of a sudden it was Aquarius Leo all over the place for me in that saying, grant me the serenity. Look how serene she looks, and it's all blue and calm and cool, right? And the courage to change the things I can. And the blending of these two is where the wisdom to know the difference comes in. It's a very emotional energy that's coming through for Divine Feminine right now, because it is about having to understand the concept of detachment with love. And that is also the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands energy. There's a few more astrology notes. Oh yeah, the problem with the Queen of Wands energy being present, Leo in balance there, is that having to practice that kind of perspective of the Queen of Swords is actually painful, especially when we're dealing with love, because love in and of itself, the nature of love is empathic. With the Leo energy, there can be a tendency to feel, well, as long as I'm around, I can do something. I can make the light shine on the darkness for them. I can be the beauty that gives them the hope. I can be the sun. But the Aquarius energy understands that, first of all, that is never going to work. That's not how it works. And it's about the perspective of knowing that whatever that situation is actually benefits more for the greater good if the tower is allowed to fall. The star comes after the tower. And it's about understanding when to stand out of the way, disengage that Leo need, want, and purpose to actually be the source of joy in someone's life, or the source of whatever joy, right? Warmth, comfort. Leo rules the heart. And that is also why we're dealing with the head over the heart situation. The quote that came to me, I heard the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands in conversation while I was meditating. That's me, you guys. But the Queen of Wands said, well, what if I can do some good? And then the Queen of Swords says, well, what good would it do? Because the minute you remove your presence from the situation, the tower falls. And eventually the star in Aquarius understands that that is the process necessary to get to the new hope. And then can come the energy of the sun, which comes directly after the star in tarot. All right. What else about the astrology before? Oh, I needed to tell a little anecdote because this is just so Leo energy. I myself have 5 planets there, including Venus. And what was brought to mind was myself at a younger age standing at a rock show. Chris Cornell, who was like, I had a very strong emotional bond to, birthday the day before mine. Anyway, I was standing there and all of a sudden the mosh pit came. You know, I was forming my energetic attachment, giving him my love and support and shining all my joy on him, the way Leo does when it loves something. And all of a sudden I saw the mosh pit of this whole group of huge people like coming towards the stage. And of course I had to get out of the way. But there was a sadness there in feeling that it was somehow my presence that was going to make him understand the difference he had on the crowd. It's so funny how that kind of Leo energy is a bit like that. It is egoic in a sense, but it's also because it can actually help somebody. It's kind of a difficult balance, again, especially when we're dealing with love and balancing it with perspective and detachment. I thought about the word serenity in the Serenity prayer as well. Serene and surrender. And what it means to surrender between those two energies that we're dealing with right now. We just had Pluto shift into Aquarius. It's been in Capricorn for 15 years. So this is, all of this going on is a big part of what 2024 is about. 2024 added together is the number 8, the strength card in tarot and Leo energy. So this is a big central theme for the year. February 9th, there's a new moon in Aquarius. Right now we have Venus and Mars in Aquarius. And no, I'll talk about the conjunction in a different video. That's enough astrology, my friends. I hope that was interesting for you. I hope it's helpful in terms of understanding the energies that we're working with right now, because it is very intense when you look at it that way. I myself always get caught up on the part of the Serenity prayer that is the wisdom to know the difference. And that's the balance between the head and the heart. Okay, let's do a collective reading for Divine Feminine. Let's see how these energies are playing out right now and what's going on. We'll start off with the wisdom of the Oracle. We'll get some overall energy for Divine Feminine, please. Whoa, I just got a sneaky suspicion that my mic isn't working. Oh, it is. Okay, sweet, sweet. Aquarius rules technology, you guys. Okay. Divine Feminine, what do we have for this energy? We have fork in the road and to be fair. Interesting energy there. Well, the fork in the road is many things. Aquarius, Pluto shifting there especially brings about change. So you could be at a crossroads. And is it fair to walk away from old things, like old responsibilities? Like I was talking about with that Queen of Wands, if I leave, if I stop shining my light directly the way the sun does and back it out to a more filtered energy of the star, is that fair? Is the choice I make going to be fair to who? If I go that way, is it fair to me? If I go that way, is it fair to a situation, a person, your own spiritual growth? Interesting. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot to grab the Psychic Tarot. We need that. Let's start with the Psychic Tarot. What is the overall energy for Divine Feminine at this time? Yeah, there it is. The Fool. Brand new beginnings, Aries energy. Which is interesting because where I stopped myself in the astrology intro, I was about to talk to about Aries. We have North Node and Chiron there, but I will save that. Anyways, the new beginning. Aries energy is all about having the courage. It's very brave energy. It is the first fire sign, the courage to carve your own path, to step out away from things of the past. It's rebirth energy. We could be looking towards Aries season here in April, which is the astrological new year. But you see how it's 0? The beginning, where anything is possible. And that's why the Fool is light. It's a beginner's mind. And that, to be fair, maybe the energy available to us right now is it's important to wrap it up in a fair way, that fork in the road. Make the choice with clean energy, because the Fool must travel with a beginner's mind. You can't carry the weight. And that is serenity. Oh, we had another one. And the number 2. Wow, talk about new beginnings. We have intuition here. This is the High Priestess. Very divine feminine energy. And it's about when you're at that 2, that crossroads. The 2 of Swords is a crossroads. The High Priestess rules that decision. This is your inner knowing. It is that divine feminine energy that goes with what you feel, not what you think. That's serenity. It's that inner trust. And also the knowing that you're not alone. You are being guided through this. 2 majors. Yeah. Wow. The Ace of Swords. Another new beginning. Clarity. And that's also the decision. Remember that this is the fork in the road in the Oracle deck, but it is very much for me the 2 of Swords. And when you're in the 2 of Swords, the trick is to find the clarity to pick a direction. Ace of Swords. That's where the clarity comes from. See, your new beginning is resting on your ability to trust where you're being called and make that decision. It is Swords, so we're dealing with air energy, Aquarius, and it is about being fair, doing the right thing. It's clean, right? Traveling light here with the Fool. Okay. Whoa, the Moon, the shadow here in the Psychic Tarot. This is stepping into the unknown. Cancerian energy, but also Pisces. Very watery, intuitive energy. That new beginning, that choice, leads you into the unknown, which could be part of the problem. Whatever it is that you have to leave behind could be the known. This is a whole new self, even with the Fool. 3 major arcana out of 4 cards. Oh, 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Air energy. Whatever it is you have to leave behind is a source of pain for you, for sure. It could be that you've been through this process multiple times with this person, this situation. It could be a pattern of self-behavior that leads to heartbreak. Interesting, Aquarius energy. And we also have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. 3 of Swords, proverbial 2 of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords, the clarity. This is about leaving it behind. The Fool to the 3 of Swords. But with the Moon, it could be that this heartbreak right now is just coming to the surface for you. For me, the 3 of Swords is always historical. It's a mental adherence to pain in the past. And it's used as like a barrier for moving forward. We fall upon the 3 of Swords as kind of like putting them in front of us in terms of our vulnerability. And that's probably part of the issue here. Let's get one more. I'm feeling one more. The intuition is taking you there. It's time to leave it behind. Pisces energy. Lots of water guiding through this. But Pisces, sacrifice here. This is about being willing to wait until that perspective comes. It's patience. It's waiting to gain the knowledge, that intuitive energy. Look at the rainbow right through her crown chakra. Another card about following intuition as well as you navigate through this new world. Now on the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups. Heartache and loss. The 5 of Cups is Cancerian energy. Actually, it's Scorpio energy, but look at all the water showing up. And this is about also the same thing as the 3 of Swords. Heartbreak from the past, looking at what's done, looking at what you have to leave behind in order to go where you want to go. Usually in the Five of Cups, a character is mourning over 3 spilled over cups, things from the past, things that have been lost. But behind his back is still 2 cups, a true balance, a true partnership. So we'll see where this is going. Wow. 5 of Cups is very mournful energy. And with that Serenity prayer, I think that plays a key role in that. Okay, let's go to the Good Tarot. Very emotional energy here, my friends. Let's see the recent past. No surprise, Scorpio energy with death and transformation. All the water signs are showing up. Of course, Scorpio season just happened and it was very impactful. But this is all about personal transformation. It's about leaving things in the past, usually to do with our own psyche, because it is Scorpio and it's the 8th house, the things that we hide below the surface. In order to have that full energy, we must face that. That is also what the moon is about. The things we didn't see. Heartbreak from the past that keeps us from being able to move forward. 5 of Cups can be a card about guilt. The wisdom to know the difference. What couldn't you change that you thought you could? Let's see you now. What's going on? The 10 of Pentacles, Earth energy. Oh, I like to see that. The 10 of Pentacles is all about stability and understanding what that means to you. It's about yielding the rewards for a lot of hard work. We could be dealing with family things. It could be a marriage that you have to. 10 of Pentacles takes a long time to build. And so being guided to move away towards a brand new beginning in your life with this transformation can be very challenging. It could be a career. At this point, we don't know. For different people, it's going to be different things, but 10 of Pentacles is a safety zone. We're never meant to stop in tarot. We go back around just like the Fool. Where are you headed? This is the Ace of Swords. Where are you headed? Which is a new beginning, a new experience. The 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. And it is definitely that Leo energy I was talking about. Do I have one more step in me? Do I have one more fight in me to the completion of a cycle? By the time you get to the 9 of Wands, wands represent our path and our passion to carve it. By the time you get to the 9 of Wands, it's pretty exhausting. It's taken a long time. But look at the Ace of Swords. The truth is what's guiding you. I love this too. You can see how her lantern is the star. Aquarius energy. We have fire and air again. Maybe this becomes very aware to you. What's missing from the 9 of Wands is the Ace of Wands, and that is the passion to do it, to wrap it up. The belief in your dream with that star. Okay, where are you headed towards? This is the outlying energy for you. Look who it is. Looky look. The Queen of Fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is beautiful. Very confident, very magical. This could be somebody that you're heading towards, but it could also be a part of yourself. The Queen of Fire is personal confidence to step into the unknown with the moon here as well. Let me see the challenge. It's belief in yourself. The Fool. Because 9 of Wands is still on the table, there's one more step. And then in comes the Fool energy, which we have guiding the process up here. Aries, North Node, the future. Okay, potential outcome. Oh my gosh. The King of Fire, True Leo energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. King and Queen of Wands. That is the balance of the masculine and feminine. Now that could be within. See, this is the mastery, where the Queen of Wands has all her passion and all of her heart and all of her everything showing in her own reflection. Everyone can see it and it's for everyone's benefit. The King has mastered that and uses it with a lot more wisdom, hence the crown chakra being enlightened. So it could be about mastering that within yourself, but this could also be a partner of some kind. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. This is the curious little learner. Could be that it's in the subconscious. It could be that somebody is observing you or making plans, wanting more clarity. Okay. Can be about communication as well. It could be electronic. Aquarius, like I said, rules technology. Let's do some clarifying. Let me see, what was this transformation about in the recent past? This Scorpio energy with the Fool. The Seven of Cups. Interesting. I'm going to get one more. That's Scorpio energy. The Seven of Cups. What happened here? That's about dreaming, imagining. It's Neptune energy. Okay. The Six of Cups. Okay. Yeah. With the Seven of Cups, this is about dreaming about what more there is calling to your heart. Of course, all the water signs showing up in heavy water energy here. The Six of Cups can be something that lives in your heart that you forgot about, an energy, a way of viewing love. And also it's a progression. It's to do with your past towards your future. The Ten of Cups lays in wait. And that is what's missing, the full picture. So in the recent past, there came into your awareness somehow. It could have even been unknown to you, because the cups can be obviously a very under the surface energy. This is like a transformation from within. Something emotionally was calling to you intuitively with all of this water energy. And it might have been confusing if you were aware of it, but it caused a transformation. Okay, let me see this Ten of Pentacles in the present with the Queen. Okay. The Four of Cups. Yeah, more water energy. But this is what I was saying about the Ten of Pentacles. It can be a safety zone. Four of Cups is a safety zone. It's like, well, I'm quite comfortable with the balance of how I feel and the energies around me, so I don't feel the need to expand. More Scorpio energy. And that can be to do with this Ten of Earth as well. Like, once you've achieved something, well, there you've achieved it. Scorpio energy is a constant state of striving, of death and transformation. So this is about moving past that comfort zone, because again, with the High Priestess, something intuitively is calling you to. And it is a hard decision. There's that Hanged Man, intuition, Pisces again. And it is about, see, the Seven of Cups and that Hanged Man go very much together for me, because it requires you seeing things in a different way as well. And when you're being called intuitively like this, it's so deep within. We're dealing with Pisces energy, the last sign of the zodiac, to the first sign with Aries here. But when you're being called that deep within, the language is a bit different, which is why the High Priestess can't speak. Let me see the Nine of Fire. This is where you're headed. One more step. We get the Ace of Swords again. Clarity. The new beginning. It could be that somebody needs to communicate with you as well. There could be some confusion for you about something in the past that caused this kind of transformational experience for you. And clarity is incoming, perhaps. That could be, because we have the Page of Swords. Let me see what's under that. Oh, the plot very much thickens with the Lover's card. No wonder the crossroads. No wonder the emotional confusion in the heart. The Lovers is Gemini energy, and it's all about needing to make a choice based on your own heart. And it can represent a crossroads within you, the two sides of self, Gemini energy, the twins. So when you have to walk away, or you feel like you're being intuitively drawn to expand or have a new, grow, and it requires leaving behind things from the past, comfort zones, then you're choosing between two sides of your own self. It looks like two different paths, or perhaps two different people that you could take. Incidentally, I just spied that underneath of that was the 10 of Wands. We have that 9 of Wands. It's about that choice. I don't know what that was. It's about that choice, the final wand. Let me see the Ace of Swords. The Page of Pentacles could be a message, either that you want to send out or get something somebody could be sending into you. But the Page of Pentacles is also a beginner's mind, something new that you are being called towards or that you're working on. Let me see the Queen of Fire. Because we go from the 10 of Pentacles to the Page. A new experience. The Queen of Fire and where you're headed. Who is this Queen of Fire? It's interesting because all week I've been getting the words in my head, who is Aquarius? Like that who. The 9 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. That's what I was saying. Ideally, we want to get to the 10. This is getting there. This is one more step, at least in identifying now. It's a lot clearer than the 7 of Cups. And it allows you to actually get in touch with that part of yourself again. That's going to guide you through the rest of this process. We have the Hierophant underneath of that. Oh, whoa, beautiful. Spiritual commitment. Taurus energy. Look at all of the majors showing up here, you guys. But the Hierophant is about our commitment, our childhood beliefs. So it could be that what you used to believe or the things you were raised to believe aren't true anymore for you, and you need to carve a new path. It could be about leaving behind things that took you a long time to cultivate. Taurus is a cultivating energy, 10 of Pentacles. It could be family as well, or a marriage. But this is also about commitment to yourself, especially when it shows up with the Queen of Wands. Let me see the Fool in the challenge. This is staying true as well. So wherever you're going in this commitment to yourself, if this is you as the Queen of Wands, it requires you having a lot of belief in yourself. Okay. I'm like, why is the Fool the challenge? Okay, I'm going to put these back because half of the deck came out. We'll run through them real quick. 5 of Swords is resistance. 2 of Wands is a crossroads to a decision. 10 of Swords is the end of a very long and difficult cycle. We have the Lovers again, and the Knight of Wands, which is taking action. From the 10 of Swords to the Knight of Wands is quite the transition. So obviously we needed to know those messages, but let's get a clearer one for the Fool and the challenges. Look who it is, Divine Feminine energy in the Empress. So this is definitely part of getting to this Empress energy for you. And that, what I mean by that is the ability to be in the Fool energy. You know, I always say that the Fool is not naive. It's the understanding that you can handle yourself no matter what. The Empress is the master transmuter of energy. So whatever this process that you are leaving behind or letting go of that's restoring your sense of confidence, that is a necessary step to your new beginning here. And it is about seeing things in a different light. You know, the Empress is the balance of all four queens, so it's taking with you the understanding that what you have to leave behind is for the greater good of all things. That's what the Empress does. Let's get one more on the Empress. More Taurus energy and Libra, Venus. The Chariot, Cancerian's major arcana. And the Chariot is all about victory, charging forward towards your destination. It's about personal alignment as well. Usually pulling the Chariot is two different horses or sphinxes, and they're all kind of pulling in different directions. This is about getting your shadow and your light in alignment, which you can't do unless you've seen the shadow. There's a lot of noises around today. Okay. Let's see the King of Fire in the potential outcome. Okay. 2? Weird. They dropped out right from the middle of the deck. The 6 of Pentacles and the Moon. All right. More Cancerian energy again. And the Moon can be about what's hidden. So there could be an offer coming in towards you for sure with this King of Wands. This could be an external energy in your life. And this could be for some of you about clearing up confusion, because we have that Ace of Swords. And to be fair, 6 of Pentacles, doing it with balance. So it might be that in order to move forward, you first have to clear up some confusion. Yeah, we have Justice on the bottom of the deck with Libra energy. Interesting. Bringing that balance. Out of what was hidden was something hidden. With the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Fire under that Moon. Let me see the 6 of Pentacles. What is this? Is this an offer? It's doing things to be fair. That's why the Libra energy of balance showed up. The 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Oh. The 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords is big time internal conflict. It's telling yourself sharp things. It's being very harsh. Now, you could have had a lot of arguments and fights and whatever with whoever this is or whatever this is for you that you have to leave behind. 5 of Swords, remember that 5 of Cups? Every one of those cups is filled with regret. And that is not about surrender, serenity. You got to see things from a different perspective, because this is a lot of anxiety, stress, resistance, telling yourself things that may not at all be true. 5, the swords are always internal energy. It can be reflected. It's external, but it's our thoughts. Oh, look who shows up at the Tower. Aquarius energy, the change. Something's got to change. The Tower comes in when there's a resistance, like the 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. This can be a resistance to change, for sure. And part of that is because of what I said, that feeling that emotional responsibility. Let me see the Tower, what's going to change here. Oh my goodness. The Ace of Wands, the final wand. That's the 10 of Wands. That's the choice that frees you. We have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck, Aquarius. Wow. Justice came back out. Libra's major. That is about doing what's right. And often obtaining that balance and harmony isn't a one-step thing, which is why Libra is famous for not being able to make decisions. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There's that ace, and there's the completion. Then you begin again. Interesting energy. But the Queen of Wands is also a lesson in self-value too. Like, you don't always have to shine it out towards other people. You can use it as guidance in a different way. with the Star card. Okay, let me get one more actually. Let me go to the lights here. I'm going to pull out this King of Wands for a minute. For some of you, like I said, that is about personal mastery when it comes to the responsibility of your heart and passion. And for others of you, it has to do, well, both is about self-responsibility, but this could actually be another person, because I do see messages coming in for some of you. Let me see this King of Fire. Is this an, okay. Oh, look at this. Death and rebirth, which is what we had at the beginning here in the recent past. Justice, again, for the third time. And the Seven of Wands. It's about clearing that balance obtained, that to be fair in that decision is what opens up the path for you. Leo energy with that Seven of Wands. Wow. I do see the Hanged Man and the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck with that King of Swords. Just saying, I do believe for some of you, there is a masculine energy coming into the picture as well. It's not all internal. Okay, let's get some astrology. Star codes. This could be energy in your chart, in the person around. Oh, yeah, see, I wondered. Partnership. Juno. Okay. And new beginning. Now, for some of you, it could be a new work partnership, Ten of Pentacles. It could be a new relationship, that Page, right? It's about leaving behind this Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the Page. Okay, 7th house, the Libra's house, the house of relationships and long-term partnerships. Wow, we have partnership, okay, relationship, symbiosis, King and Queen of Wands. If that's a person external to you, there's symbiosis is an understatement. The King and Queen of Wands are known for just, they're crazy about each other, can't get enough of each other. Be careful with that, it could be very passionate. And the 1st house, Aries energy, the arrival. I think we're looking at Aries season for those of you where this is an external person. We have tension on the bottom of the deck, that 9 of Swords. This is happening because something is coming. True partnership. Remember I said the 2 of Cups is behind the back of that guy crying over the past? That's what's calling you. That's why you had to do all of this. Whether it's in work or in love, it could be either one. A new experience. Let's get you an archetype card from the Citadel. The Alchemist, which to me is really the Empress. Balance, invention, and destruction. Balance. The Libra energy that we saw 4 times, the Tower, destruction. In order to reinvent, things have to fall away. And it is about the understanding that Aquarius, which is the Tower for me as a reader, brings to that situation. Because fixed fire like Leo, like I said, wants to make everything okay. Okay, that's too many. Just one more. Is there another archetype card? Then I'll get a love oracle or two for those of you where this is about love. Because it could be. I mean, we have Libra all over the place, and that's Cardinal Venus after all. The Sailor. New influences and wanderlust. Oh, wanderlust. Which sometimes has a negative connotation as a word, but it doesn't to me. Lust is in there, right? Wonder and lust. The mind and the heart. Wanderlust. Interesting. Okay, let's get some romance cards. We'll start off with the True Love Reading Oracle. For those of you where this is about love. I like that sense of wonder. That can be the Page of Swords. More Gemini energy. And it's because of the Lovers. Whatever that is for you. That's coming up in all of the readings for the past couple of months, not just here at Inward Eye, all over. Oh, nothing but love. Let's get one more. And I love how in this picture, I'll show it to you again, she's in a yogic squat, finding perfect alignment. Love. Anything else? Dating and boundaries. So in this exploration, it could have also been about understanding how to draw those boundaries. For some of you who have been exploring the dating world, or you might be about to step into it. Okay. Let's go to the romance angels. Anything? Okay, on this. Chemistry, there is a strong magnetic attraction here. Wow. King and Queen of Wands, what did I say? That could be the Lover's card that we saw twice that activated you in this process. Sometimes that much chemistry, like I said, can be fairly explosive, so do be cautious. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That could apply for some of you because the Ten of Pentacles is a whole new beginning. It's leaving your comfort zone, and it might influence your finances as well. Let's close this off with a card or two from the Lover's Oracle. But inside of you is all of that. 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. And that's why the Queen of Swords needs to step in with the perspective. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. The High Priestess. And the clarity with the Ace of Swords, which we also saw a couple times. Only time will tell. The Nine of Swords is trying to get ahead of time. It's trying to say, I need to understand where this is going to land, which is why Aquarius needs the courage of Leo and the passion, Ace of Wands, which came after the Nine of Swords. And look, this looks like that Queen of Wands. Look at her heart. Secret admirer. Somebody has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. That could be what's intuitively pulling you through this process. We have the Page of Swords there attached to the Lovers. Remember I said somebody could be observing you? That could also be the case. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life. Interesting how much water energy showed up in this reading. And create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. That's this whole reading with the Moon and the Fool and going with the flow of all the water signs here. But it requires stepping out of your comfort zone. And like I said, there could be a sense of guilt associated with that. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you, Divine Feminine. I hope this resonated. I sure hope it helped you some. Remember, you don't have to resonate with every part of the reading for you to gain some value in it. And I hope you did. I love you guys very much. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, I'll timestamp the masculine reading below for those of you interested as well. Bye for now. Namaste.